Here's Chance the Rapper. It's called No Problem, featuring Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz.
You don't know zero problems, big fella.
I'm a big fella myself.
If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dreadhead niggas in lobby.
And that's a fun start, because what Chance is saying, he's just saying, I've been on my grind for a while now. I was really trying to get a deal, and eventually labels had said no. And so he says, if one more doesn't allow me to make my hip hop, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have some friends in the lobby of the hotel or of the wherever the meeting had taken place, who is going to handle business, who is going to maybe rough some people up for Chance. And I'm glad it didn't come to that, but I'm also glad Chance was able to make this record. It feels good. You want to be at the beach. You want to be with your boo. It really captures Chicago. And for someone who lives here, like, it's a real big, like, source of pride for the city that Chance is doing his darn thing. He says, I know you tried to sleep. You know, you never should have tried to take a nap. So he was saying, like, they didn't sleep necessarily for the whole time Chance has been making music, but they were woken up. Like, instead of a long sleep, they were able to nap until Chance was eventually, his success was way too strong for them to keep sleeping. Right, because if Chance is not one thing, it's a lame person. And so he's saying that maybe, like, some of the girls that are coming on to him or whatever with a lesser person, they're sort of like doe eyes or their lovey face or whatever would work, right? But with Chance, he sees through it and he's like, listen, I need to get to the studio. And the beat kind of drops out here because Chance is saying something. And we're doubling, we're getting a lot of voices here, almost like the city is involved. There we go. Now we're back canoeing down the river of sound. Pulling up in a new thing, talking about his vehicle again, talking about cars. You see a theme throughout my videos where I do highlight the fact that a lot of artists talk about their cars. And it's because they work hard for them and they're able to purchase these items. It's a peacocking, right? So they've got their feathers out and they're definitely saying something as they drive around. No one has a problem with you, Chance. I guarantee it. I haven't met one hip-hop head who has a problem with you. 2 Chainz. And he's mentioning, he's referencing P.D. Pablo, which is an artist from a different generation, right? From an earlier generation, he would wave his, it's a reference to a previous artist. Yes, too. I like that he says that not all of his ideas are going to be perfect. I think when you're an artist or when you're making beats or you're even a painter or you're writing something, it's important to point out that some ideas are going to be out there. They're going to be wild. And you have to have the freedom and kind of maybe the intestinal fortitude or the chutzpah just to try it. Throw it against the wall and see what splatters. Of course you are, right? He's as high as where God is. And when I hear 2 Chainz say that his School of Hard Knocks, he took night classes. It's a clear indication, at least to me, that 2 Chainz has been through some things, especially in the evening hours, late at night. You tend to find situations where there's some riffraff or there's some bad characters. So he's saying like his time on the street in the evening was an equivalent educational process to actually going to college. He just went to like the University of like the real, on the streets. See how you can just bop to this? You can just almost like you can just bop to this. This is Lil Wayne. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just like to listen to Wayne. He just gets in my head. He just is such a great talent. He's so unique. He's also a very short person. When you see Wayne, you almost wonder, where does he store all of his energy or his rhymes? Because he is a really small individual like Tom Cruise or like an elementary school student. But when you're in elementary school and there's like the guy who's taller than the rest of the class, and that's similar to Wayne. Yeah, I imagine Wayne does get choked up. I get choked up when you, like, for instance, right now you're watching this video. Think of something from the past that maybe you're not satisfied with. Okay, don't think too long because we're going to try to keep it light here. But what Wayne is saying is that he's oftentimes finds himself reminiscing maybe about some previous hip hop he'd made or artists that he had worked with prior that he's less excited about remembering. And he's like, he has to snap back into it or out of it. And just remember to keep literally hip hop now, like that's Wayne's motto. So Wayne gets discounts. I imagine that's true. I can just imagine Wayne on the street and he wants some chicken wings or he wants a sandwich, and he goes in and he says to the purveyor, and he says, how much, for like a 6-piece, and the purveyor goes, are you joking me? You're Lil Wayne. I mean, I would never charge you, of course. Wow, Wayne literally has so much money that he's not even interested in buying watches anymore. He says he's just gonna buy his boo or his homie a new arm. Imagine how much that would be. That would be a lot. Now, if an individual had lost an arm, perhaps in the war, or one was an amputee by by election. And then Wayne steps in and goes, let me buy you a new arm. I imagine it would be bling bling. It would be so blinged out that it would just have diamonds on it. And he would have so many rocks on his arm. And it would probably spell out Wayne. That'd be a nice thank you for the arm.
Pretty bitches in the phones, tip their toes around my crib in they rolls, just they rolls, $500,000 in the safe, another in the pillow.
It's a lot of cash to keep on hand. Wayne has to be careful there. Yeah. You know, and I appreciate Wayne talking about having some painkillers and Percocet. Right now, I think we're doing a lot in this nation, in America, if you're viewing from a different place, joking about opioids or addiction is taking kind of a pause right now. And I know this record already was made, so I'm just going to enjoy the lyric. No problem. I met Chainz's father once at a restaurant. I recognized him. And I said hello, and he said hello, and I said how much I admire his son's work, and he said thank you. It's just that you can tell he comes from a nice family, that he represents the Chi in a great way, because there's a lot of problems here in the Chi, especially Southside Chi, Westside Chi. You're getting stabbings, or you're getting unfortunate circumstances in which individuals find themselves shot, and you have police brutality issues as well. And I think that it's great that Chainz is bringing awareness to that. And he's also doing it with a real positive energy. That's what I like. Chainz gets in your bones. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm Bradley Beats. Thanks for checking out the review.